you have is the concept coming from the prosecution's evidence, Your Honor.
Well, let's,
I will no longer belabor the point, Mr. President,
Let's
and
wait
I
for
assure
the
the defense that I
Yes,
will
we are-
listen
Let's us,
patiently.
Very unfair.
let us keep cool. We have plenty of time to assess this, and we are going on a recess. We have 1 month
Precisely.
to ponder about the whole
Yes.
case. And when we finish hearing the defense,
Yeah, and precisely,
presenting
Mr.
the
President,
evidence,
we are just asking
we
for
will wait for
clarification.
the rebuttal of the prosecution. At that point,
If,
we will know the whole picture.
yes, Your Honor, if clarification is sought,
We will wait
why will the
patiently.
clarification come from the defense when it is not our evidence, Your Honor? Is that not unfair?
We understand. I understand.
Thank you,
The
Mr. President. I
clarification
will no
must
longer
come from
belabor
the
the point.
prosecution, not from the defense. That's not our evidence, Your Honor. In fact, we are just starting. We have not yet presented the Chief Justice if he will testify, the wife, Your Honor. That's my point. All the summation made by the Honorable Chairman Rector, Your Honor, appears to be on the basis solely of the evidence for the prosecution. And to us, it appears, and I hope the court will understand us.
Wait a minute, Counsel. In fairness to Senator Recto, the Vice Mayor of Manila, the former Mayor of Manila, was presented
Yes, Your
as a
Honor.
witness by the defense.
Yes, Your Honor.
And he testified that the city of Manila paid 34.7 million.
34.7, Your Honor.
34.703
Yes.
million pesos to Mrs. Corona
That's correct.
in trust for Basa Guidote Enterprises Incorporated.
If the clarification, Your Honor,
And,
I'm sorry,
and-
and apologize.
And that's why he was talking about that amount was deposited in the according to the check deposited in the account, in the deposit account of Mrs. Corona. Whether it was included among the alleged bank deposits of the Chief Justice has not been shown by any evidence.
Precisely, Your Honor. If the question or the clarificatory question were limited to those facts testified by the Honorable ex-Mayor Atienza, we'll have no problem, Your Honor. Our problem is the apprehension of apparently unfairness to the defense because hindi pa kami nagsisimula in so far as the deposit is concerned. We never have touched that in our evidence, Your Honor.
Correct. But the judges are relating that precisely to inform themselves about their anticipation of the explanation of what they heard about the bank deposits. I hope you understand the position of the members of the Senate who are not lawyers.
We do, Your Honor, we do. And we will try to be very, very meticulous and also fair in judging how our evidence and the evidence of the prosecution will be appraised and weighed by this honorable court. We have we have an abundance confidence and trust in the manner that
So far as this chair is concerned, the defense has presented the former mayor of Manila to establish the fact that there was a transaction between the city of Manila
and
and the Basa
Basa
Guidote Enterprises Incorporated regarding the sale of a piece of land where the city of Manila paid that enterprise through Mrs. Corona the amount of 34,703,800 pesos. So that's the gist of the
Yes,
evidence presented by the defense
Yes, Your Honor.
this afternoon.
in
Where that 34,703,800 pesos moved in the financial system is yet to be established.
Yes, Your Honor. In fact, the court will note that...
And how that amount was treated by all the accounts where it moved.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, Your Honor. Thank you very much for the clarification.
Majority Floor Leader.
Mr. President, there are no other matters. Therefore, Mr. President, may we ask the Sergeant at Arms to make an announcement.
The Sergeant at Arms will now make an announcement.
Please all rise. All persons are commanded to remain in their places until the Senate President and the Senators have left the session hall.
Mr. President, there being no other business for the day, I move that we adjourn until 2 p.m. of Monday, 7 May 2012.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The trial is hereby adjourned until 2 o'clock in the afternoon of Monday, May 7, 2002.
Monday, May 7.
Tatlong kalabog ng kanyang gavel ang nagtapos po ng huling araw ng pwede nating tawaging unang yugto. Ito, Cathy, no, ng impeachment trial dahil mahaba-habang pag-adjourn.
Magbabalik nga para sa pagpapatuloy ng paglilitis ang mga senator judges sa May 7 po, 2 p.m. Monday po yan. Matagal-tagal ng break, Mark, itong inaasahan natin. Ngunit nire-remind lang natin ng mga manonood na tuloy-tuloy pa rin po ang ating programa para sa pagbibigay sa inyo ng mga updates, analysis tungkol pa rin dito sa impeachment case laban kay Chief Justice Corona.
Dahil hindi po pwedeng makalimutan natin ang detalye, hindi po pwedeng makalimutan natin yung mga ebidensyang ating narinig para po kapag nagbigay na po ng desisyon ang Senate Impeachment Court ay talagang maintindihan po natin at matanggap ng buong buo ang kanilang desisyon.
Mark, kasama pa rin natin ang ating mga panauhin, si Carl at si Attorney JJ. Attorney JJ, ito medyo napag-usapan ito sa huli. Tinanong ni Senador Ping Lacson itong si Congressman Tupas at tinanong nga niya kung hindi sa Chief Justice itong pera na ito at interest nga, dapat ba niyang ideklara? Ikaw naman ang tatanungin ko.
Ito, kasi nagkaroon ng kalituhan dahil itong si Prosecutor Tupas ay sinasabi niyang minisappropriate daw nila pagbentahan at ibinigay kay Chief Justice Corona. Siguro, bilang isang abogado, sabihin natin sa mga tao, ang perang ito ay nasa pangalan ni Chief Justice at hindi natin dapat pag-usapan kung minisappropriate ba ito o hindi. Kung nasa pangalan mo, i-declare mo.
Ayan po, Attorney JJ yan. Siyempre, prosecution team, panoorin po natin ito.
Their attempt to destroy the foundations of the case that we have been able to build. And in the last 8 days that they have presented their witnesses, thus far, instead of building their cases, we have seen them even raising more doubts insofar as their case are concerned. In fact, we had discussed that instead of advancing their causes, it would seem that it's been helping us in actually establishing further or cementing the case of the prosecution. Today's witness was probably the only interesting witness that they presented after Mr. Vicente, former Mayor Lito Atienza. It is clear to us that based on the testimony tonight that the transaction that they presented was their attempt to show that the money that has been found in the deposits of the Chief Justice, at least the peso accounts, wala pa po yung dollar accounts which he continues to conceal. But as far as the peso accounts are concerned, a portion of it they're trying to establish actually should not have been declared in the SALN because this belongs to Basa Guidote. That's the general thrust of why this witness was presented. But instead of establishing that, of course, to be able to establish that, they need to be able to show that the trail on how that check was actually deposited in the personal account of Mrs. Corona in Land Bank Malacanang. From that point on, they need to be able to establish and show that that exact amount is the very same one that was actually found in the PS Bank account of the Chief Justice. They need to be able to show a direct connection as well as a direct relationship the specific transfers on how it actually found itself in the PS Bank accounts of the Chief Justice. But that is up for them to make that presentation. Absent that, it will be an empty assertion on the part of the defense to say that there is a direct connection vis-a-vis the millions that was discovered in belonging or in the name of the Chief Justice, unless may presenta po nila yung chain, yung kung paano nakarating doon, ay ito ay isang buwaghag o baliwalang assertion on their part. But what is most interesting today is that it has been shown that the apparently the sale, it was not an expropriation of the Basa Guidote property. It was not an expropriation. By the admission of their own witness, it was a negotiated sale. It was a negotiated sale, and there were a number of highly questionable or irregularities that attended this sale. Those irregularities have in fact already been observed by the Commission on Audit. The fact that the SPA which Mrs. Corona used was 21 years old, meaning in 1987 it was issued in her favor to negotiate, to sell, convey, insofar as the property is concerned, but did not authorize her to receive proceeds of these sales. It likewise gave her there was a provision giving her a 5% commission for the sale. But be that as it may, even on the basis of the COA or Commission on Audit observations, they said that it was incumbent upon the city of Manila, before it actually coughed out 34.5 million, for them to have at least made sure that the SPA in favor of Mrs. Corona was in fact updated, because a long period of time had actually lapsed. Lastly, is that what is significant here is that Mrs. Corona was negotiating with the City of Manila based on the testimony. She was negotiating with the City of Manila wearing two hats. She was an agent on the basis of the SPA that was issued in 1987, and that secondly, she was also identified when the check was released as the administrator of the BGEI. The fact alone that she was being already referred to as an administrator should have called specific attention on the part of the City of Manila to say that if there is an administrator for a property, that means there is an ongoing conflict, dispute, or there is a transition. Kaya nga may administrator Diba? So she was both an agent as well as an administrator. Those are two conflicting roles that she was taking. An administrator is placed to be able to take care of a property on behalf of several owners who are probably in dispute or hindi pa resolved as to how it will be distributed. Meaning may namatay, yung heirs hindi pa na-distribute, you appoint an administrator. But an agent is somebody who actually participates in the interest that gusto mong maibenta dahil may kikitain ka.
We're back here and we're joined by yung mga senador po ng mga Cebuano speaking area, Cebu, Mindanao. Mayong gabi kaninyong tanan. Oh,
Kasama po natin Senator Sergio Osmeña. Welcome back po.
Thank you, Kathy, Mark.
Sir, ano po masasabi niyo sa naging paglilitis